Good evening. Tonight, we explore the resurgence of a doctrine that could redefine global politics as we know it. The Trump Doctrine, anchored by the mantra America First, is not just a policy shift. It's a thunderclap signaling a seismic reordering of the global landscape. For some, it's a rallying cry of sovereignty. For others, a harbinger of discord. The stakes have never been higher, and the world braces for the potential second coming of Donald Trump. Let's break it all down. At its heart, the Trump Doctrine champions America First. But what does that mean in practice? To its supporters, it's a bold reclamation of national priorities in an interconnected world. But critics warn it could unravel decades of multilateral cooperation. Imagine a world where the United States questions its commitments to NATO, where defense partnerships are reconsidered, and where international trade agreements are renegotiated under a strict America-centric lens. Such moves could inspire a domino effect, with nations recalibrating their own priorities, often at the expense of global unity. The Trump Doctrine's transactional approach threatens to upend long-standing alliances. NATO, already tested during Trump's first term, could face existential challenges. European nations, grappling with reduced US support, may seek alternative paths, either forging stronger ties with rivals like China and Russia or bolstering their independent defense mechanisms. And in Asia, the Indo-Pacific might see new instability. A diminished American presence could embolden China's territorial ambitions. South Korea and Japan might find themselves navigating uncharted waters, caught between security concerns and a resurgent superpower. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. A potential Trump second term could reignite trade wars, especially with China. Already fragile supply chains, weakened by the pandemic and existing tensions, might collapse under the weight of renewed economic conflict. Emerging markets, heavily reliant on US trade, could spiral into crisis. Meanwhile, Wall Street and global markets brace for turbulence as unilateral trade agreements take precedence over multilateral frameworks. The cost: global economic inequalities deepen, and the balance of power shifts. A high price for putting America first. Climate change, our planet's most pressing existential threat. Yet, under the Trump Doctrine, the United States could abandon its role as a global leader in climate action. Recall the withdrawal from the Paris Climate Accord. Imagine a second term doubling down on fossil fuels, rolling back environmental protections, and sidelining international commitments. The consequences: accelerated environmental degradation, humanitarian crises, and a planet teetering on the edge of no return. The ideological ripple effects of Trump's return could be just as impactful as his policies. Far-right movements worldwide may feel emboldened, using the Trump Doctrine as a playbook. Issues like immigration, gender equality, and free speech could polarize societies further, eroding democratic institutions. Let's talk about nuclear diplomacy, a critical yet volatile domain. Trump's unpredictable relationships with leaders like Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin added tension to an already precarious landscape. A misstep, a misunderstanding, and the world could inch closer to nuclear confrontation. Finally, the battleground of information. A Trump-led resurgence might amplify the weaponization of media. Disinformation campaigns could become the norm, further eroding trust in institutions and destabilizing democracies. The potential return of Donald Trump is more than an American affair, it's a global inflection point. The Trump Doctrine, with its America First ethos, challenges the status quo, igniting debates on sovereignty, unity, and the future of our interconnected world. As the world holds its breath, we must ask, are we prepared for the shockwaves of a new Trump era? One thing is certain: what happens next will define the trajectory of global politics for generations to come. Thank you for joining us on The Lion's Roar. Stay informed. Stay vigilant. This is Zoku Lode, signing off.